today, Davey? Stuff. Stuff? Fun stuff?
Of course, it involves water. It's always fun when it involves water.
What's the plan?
Get her did.
Get her did. Hey, we're up here in, well, real close to State College, and we're putting in a 10 by 14 pond in this little area right here with an 8-foot stream. We'll try to get some viewing going this way, and it's going to be a bit of a rush. We have 4 guys, and we're going to try to bang this thing out in one day. I don't know about this. We do have Matt, so he's going to spend a lot of time in the excavator. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I'm thinking get it right up close to the patio, maybe 14 foot this way, 10 foot that way, get it going up through there. We have our first shelf marked out and dug. I'll give you a couple tips on how we mark out ponds. If you have a patio or a porch or something, we like to bring that water up there as close as we can. And we have the skimmer set up on the opposite end as the stream. So we have a stream coming in here, skimmer the opposite end. That way it cleans the whole surface of the pond. And then we just take a paint can and mark some nice curves on it until we like it, and we dig. So for the second shelf, we got this one dug, and then I'll mark out the second shelf. First shelf is 12, the next 2 are usually 10. With the simplicity series, I like to make it a little bit smaller because we tend to have some smaller rock, and it's hard to have a rock that comes up over the edge of your shelf if you have small stuff without doing stack job. So I might do like 8-inch shelves for the next 2. On edges, all along patios and porches, I like to double up the depth so you get a nice, sharp, deep pool right off the edge of the patio. So I'm gonna make it twice as deep there. Same way with the skimmer, it's nice if you can use some bigger rocks to hide that skimmer. So the second shelf, I'm probably gonna double up, which means twice the depth by the skimmer and by the area there where we come right up close to the patio. Definitely don't want double shelf where the stream comes in, because then you need some really big boulders for a waterfall.
Oh, that's looking good, Ben.
I know, how about that? Okay, so we're gonna go down another 8 inches here, except for here it'll actually be 12 plus 8, 20 inches. That will give you a real sharp, steep edge right off the edge of the patio. Splash, so you can swim. And the same way over there, it helps hide the skimmer a little bit if you can use a bigger rock. On to the next one.
We got liner going in. Oh.
Huh? Right.
Nothing.
You're trying to get around who?
Matt takes
there.
up a large portion of this work area.
Exactly.
We got our excavation done. I can show you a little bit on, now that it's done, you can see that I'm gonna try to get a nice flat rock up against here, and now we have a real deep area right here, like a 20-inch right off the edge of the patio. And this is gonna be helpful that we only have a shallow shelf here, because now I don't need spillway rocks that are as high. Otherwise I'd have been shimming up or then in need of like a 30-inch spillway rock, because the boulders that I set here are going to be the framing boulders for the first falls. So, and over here as well, we have nice deep space there to set some big boulders to hide that skimmer intake there. We're just rocking her in.
What about lunch?
Main thing here is keep these rocks higher than than the shelf.
Okay.
Because if you don't, like Matt's doing right here, then you have gravel running
That's
down
right.
here.
We're not done here yet,
Yeah,
folks.
and you have gravel running down there, and then you see the liner.
We have issues.
He's gonna do a stack job.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we need to get these things up higher than the shelf. That way it retains the gravel behind there, and you don't see any liner. That'll catch on.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
Boy, this is gonna be wild. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rocks into this falls. And this is probably not the rock I'm gonna use here, but just, so my spillway, my biofalls will be here. You get like a 3 or 4 inch sheet falls, nice wide fall into here, deep pool there, and get like a rounded chunk rock sitting in here so this doesn't break like a sheet, but it's just like white water. And so it falls into here into a little pool, into here, and then water level is going to be about here. So this thing is going to be pretty much underneath water. I'm going to foam this off, and that's going to make all that water that comes off of this deep gushing falls, it's just going to spin around in here. You know, this is one of those coves where if you were a smallmouth fisher, smallmouth bass fisher, right here,
yeah,
right here's where you put it, right into here, and then it's going to come shooting out through there. Water level is going to be this height, so that's not going to be a falls. It's more or less just going to direct my water.
Smallmouth bass don't live in streams.
Yeah, they do.
In
Rivers.
Little streams like this is a stream.
This is a river.
This is a stream.
Shut up.
It's a run.
Well, if the smallmouth fisher's eye just says right there, right there's where they're going to be.
I'd say trout maybe.
Well, that's.
Good afternoon, folks. It is almost 3 o'clock up here, and I'm gonna give you a small update of how far we got. It's kind of tail end of the project. Matt and Jason got the whole pond rocked in, and they're working on rinsing it out right now. Me and Ben got pretty much all of the waterfalls done up here. He's wrapping up the tail
Edge
end
work.
of the edge work. He's good at those things. So there you go. That's your update. And from the looks of it, we will be wrapping up today.
Hey, we got it done. We have water running here. It's 5 o'clock. It's going to be a bit of a late one. I really like that top falls. Just so much action going on there, and very happy with how that one turned out. I like that deep boil up there at the top. The water just wrecks into this rock and rolls over and wraps around there. And I like this too. That's something we started to do more and more. Is just throw in some rocks just above water level, just below water level. It creates a nice current and a ripple. It makes that wreck into that boulder just rip around there. Here was a
Ripping and roaring.
yeah, just ripping and roaring. It was a cool little feature that I hadn't thought of when I built it, and then I was like, oh, sweet. So it wrecks into here, and you get a little bit of flow coming out the side, both sides as well. That's super awesome. This still needs to come up. Water level, the pond isn't done filling, but water level will be, here's my earplug. Water level will be about right here. So it'll look very similar to what we have up there. So yeah, here it is. Another 10 by 14 pond, 8-foot stream, Simplicity Series, 4 guys, 1 day. Just rocking them in.
Rather impressive.
Now the pond is born. Let us know what you think in the comments.